Good evening, everyone. Guys, in the previous session, if you remember properly, right, in the storage, we were looking for there are two types of storage is there, right? Object storage, block storage is there, right? And what is the purpose of your object storage, right? And how you can define object storage, right? And what is the purpose of a block storage, right? So and what are the different type of storage means under object storage, what all different types of object storage are there, like S3 is there, glacier is there, right? And in block storage we have EBS, EFS, storage gateway and snowball, right? So today we are going to discuss more about this ephemeral storage basically, and then we will talk about that, right, more into your how we can store logs, right, or your application server log, or you can say this is the WordPress production server and at the database data, right? Basically we need to keep data at some places, right, where we can keep these logs or these data for a longer period of a time, right? So for that we need to use this storage gateway and all, and S3 also we'll discuss. Okay, before this one, guys, you have any doubt? Okay, so like all of you know that till where we have completed, right? So here instead of Paytm, obviously I am not owning Paytm. Okay, so instead of this one we have used WordPress application. Correct, guys? Yes or no? Yes or no, guys?
Yes.
Okay. So as I told you, this stack is very, very important, guys. So remember, whenever you are working in AWS, so you should think top to bottom, right? It's not from bottom. So normally, if you see this one, this bottom, so normally, whenever you're going to start as a L1, okay, so they are going to put you into monitoring, correct? Knock monitoring or cloud monitoring or some kind of a tools monitoring, they'll ask you to do it. But if you have to move forward, okay, in this direction, okay, in this direction, you guys don't want it to be always a monitoring guy, right? So then you have to understand this complete stack, guys. Always keep in your mind this complete stack. This is very, very important. So before starting, before deploying any of your application, you should know your networking doesn't mean switches and network switches and your routers and all. No, it's not like that. You should know virtually each and everything. What is your VPC, why we are using VPC association, why we are why we are creating subnets, right? How we do subnet association, right? And how route table works, how a security group works, each and everything. So once you've done each and everything, then only we are jumping into application deployment, right? Three types of application deployment will be there, right? So your that I have already explained in the previous session, right? And at the same time, like your application server is there, web server is there, right? And your basically it's a three-tier architecture, right? At the same time we have discussed about your database, right, your RDS, correct? So now we are getting into this part, guys. Okay, so in this one we have already started. Okay, what is that? So I have told you, so this is that part. Okay, storage. So storage, one is object storage, one is block storage, right? So what is object storage? Who is going to tell me what is object storage?
Sir, if you want to save your data for a longer time, which is called the object storage.
Very good, Vishal. So if you want to keep your data for a longer period of a time, okay, and without, obviously, when you talk about object storage, then it's going to be without AMI, means without operating system. That storage is a basically a secondary disk, and that is not having any kind of a operating system installed in it, right? So this is why you can keep that data for a longer period of a time. So the example is S3 and Glacier, right? When you're talking about storage of a shorter period of a time where you are not worry of data, like, so you can maximum, if you want to keep the data, you can keep it for 7 days, 1 day, 2 day, right? So it's totally depends upon, right, uh, that your data is how much it's important, okay, right? So here, if your data is not that much important, obviously you can keep that data, okay, inside your block storage for for a shorter period of a time, and this comes with your AMI. Basically, these are your comes with your these are your virtual machines only, right? And if you wanted to know a normal example of like object storage, your secondary disk, like we take your hard disks and all, right, where we can keep our data, where if you take your pen drive and all, that is a secondary disk, that is basically a object storage, right? But guys, if you talk
It's
about this, yeah, so EBS, under EBS, guys, listen this one carefully. There is something called, we call this one as a, okay, so ephemeral disk. Basically, you can say ephemeral storage also. So ephemeral storage is nothing but this is a temporary storage. Similarly, like what you guys know about your EBS. Okay, so ephemeral disk is also a temporary storage if you are creating multiple instances. For example, I am telling you where you have created multiple instances, okay, but the disk is one, right? So this is basically, you can tell this ephemeral disk is like that when you have created multiple instances, and but the disk is one, okay? So obviously that disk can be, see, when you are going to create in, let's log into this one. So guys, whenever we are talking about EC2 instance, so all of you know that when we are going to create a EC2 instances, you can also see that. So basically, these are your temporary storage only. Okay, so because these instances, friends, to watch complete video, please join my channel membership. You can see I have 4 levels of my channel membership. So where you guys are going to get bronze, silver, gold, and platinum. So friends, in bronze, you should be able to access 20% of the member only video. And if you go with silver membership, then you should be able to access 40% of the member only video. And if you'll go with gold membership, which is most valuable and value for money, my friend, so where you should be able to access 80% of the member only video. And if you wanted to go with a platinum membership, where you should be able to access 100% of the member only video, plus additional, you should be able to connect with me for career counseling. You can go for the mock interview. I am going to help you for your resume preparation. I'll provide you the roles and responsibility also as per your experience level, right? At the same time, I am going to refer you for the organization also. These are basically 4 level of membership which is available in my channel. So I'll put the link in the description how to join my channel membership, so you can join the membership to watch member only video, guys. Guys, I'm ending up the session here only. Thank you for staying connected with me. Let's connect again. Till then, just take care of yourself, your loved one. Bye bye and Jai Hind.